Isn't there some restriction that with the Durbin-Watson test, if you have time series data, use Durbin-Watson, if it's cross-sectional
Oh,
data?
I'm glad you asked that. I was just having that conversation with Green. JJ wants to know whether or not it's okay to use the Durbin-Watson test statistic somehow in cross-section data. And unless you're a really clever guy or person, the simple answer is no. I did remark in class that in geography and urban studies, they do have a construct which resembles the Durbin-Watson statistic for testing spatial correlation. Also, as it happens, I don't know where he is now. Mark Nerlov used to be over at UPenn, and he's a really bright guy. He did a study, which actually is referenced in your textbook. He did a study of electric power generation in the U.S., where he had firms that were in distinctly different size classes, 5 different size classes. And it was a cross-section. At a point in time, he observed all these different utilities. And it just so happened that because they were quite distinct in size, that he ordered his data deck at that time by plant size. And he fit his production function to it, and he got the, and remember, it's ordered by size. And he saved the residuals, and he plotted the residuals against plant size. And the residuals had a very distinct pattern to them, which were suggestive of serial correlation. But this was, and he used the Durbin-Watson statistic to test the hypothesis that size didn't matter. But that's an exception to the rule. Don't write this down, because I know that when I ask this question on the final exam, you're going to write, yes, the Durbin-Watson statistic is okay in cross-section data, because I told you about the one exception.
Wait, what about in time series data? Is the Boyce-Godfrey not okay?
It's a test of serial correlation. When other than time series, when would you test for serial correlation? Except in some very special cases. Right? By the same token, as conventionally understood, you would not test for heteroscedasticity in a time series model, as it's conventionally understood. Okay?
So if you're looking at time series data in
A Garch construct, which we have not talked about, is a completely different animal than testing for heteroscedasticity in time series in the conventional way.
If you're looking at time series data with an OLS model, would you test for heteroscedasticity then? You would, right?
You're looking at, what did I just say?
Well, you said if it was a not OLS, but sorry, I forgot part of what you just said. You said in certain cases you don't test for heteroscedasticity with
in time series data. Okay. As we understand, as you and I understand heteroscedasticity, we don't test for it in time series data.
But is that only if you're using like an arena model or something? Or?
This is a problem that Nick had also, I must say, and I suspect there are some other people in here who have a similar problem.